What's up, nerds? Welcome to Nintendo Pow Block for March 20th, 2018. I'm one of your hosts, Corey Dirrig, and alongside me, as always, that retro code, Edward Varnell.
Nindies.
Yes. By the time you're hearing this, you will probably be listening to this after the Nindies Direct, Nindies Showcase, I should say. But don't worry. Ed and I will be doing a mini block tomorrow on youtube.com/NGRradio that you can watch, and we will cover it tomorrow. So,
actually, they will be watching it
tonight.
Yes.
Today? Tonight.
Today.
They'll be watching it. They'll be watching this video today, the mini block tomorrow night. Yeah, nailed it. Self 5.
So they're going to be watching it Wednesday. While watching this episode Tuesday.
Yeah. Scheduling. Boom. Nailed it. Yes. Basically, the point we're making is we're recording this episode before the Nindies Showcase, but we're going to do a separate video on that. So, yeah, check out our YouTube page for more on that coverage. And then on the podcast, on Friday, we'll recap everything in a segment. So, but you should really watch the video because it'll be in depth and it'll be awesome.
And plus, there'll probably be more information. So yeah, you guys
like that Shovel Knight physical copy.
Would it be some shade that we do get the physical copy, but it's only for Europe first before America?
Yeah. But
like they get a bigger. Hey,
the Switch is region free. I'm just gonna throw that out there. The Switch is region free, and
it is true.
Gotta get it. I don't care how I get it. I'm gonna get it.
It's so weird that people import more Nintendo games than Sony and Microsoft, and all three consoles are region free. That's the most craziest thing.
Yeah. Well. It's awesome. I can't wait. There's going to be so many good things tomorrow.
Yes.
Oh, man. Speaking of good things, Ed, what are you playing?
Going to start with Switch, Bayonetta 2 and Flint Hook. I've still been playing those games, working it out. I'm almost done with Bayonetta 2. Getting a little bit more further into Flint Hook. Can't wait to actually beat a whole level straight without dying and over again. 3DS, been playing Ever Oasis. I'm in the second dungeon at this point, so I'm trying to get further in there and be able to heal up my Oasis. Play Ori and the Blind Forest for Xbox One. Played some great games with Jesse and Corey. We beat Halo 4, had a good fun time. So you guys, please check out Squad Goals to see the hilarity that goes on that show. Our discussions will be good too. Did some great pot and play also with Corey. We did Horizon and Corey played The Order and I played Yakuza 0. But we had a great discussion during Horizon, so you guys should check that out also.
Yeah.
Play some Iconoclast on PlayStation 4, and some Next Machina, just felt like playing something to waste time. And Batman, The Telltale Adventure also I've been playing on PlayStation 4. Getting ready for Sea of Thieves. So you guys should be tuning in to Arsenal X's upcoming episode where Corey and Jesse and I will be on the ship. I might get jailed. I might get shot out of a cannon. Who knows what's going to go on, but I cannot wait for you guys to check that out. I'm still waiting for my mother to come in hopefully because this week, because I'm I need my grog. I need to be ready.
I need to find some pirate stuff before this weekend. I do.
I'm probably going to go to Hot Topic or Spencer's at the mall and find something. Find a cheap shirt.
Yeah.
Or Target might have something too. But
yeah,
we shall see. But that's kind of what I've been playing. Yeah, just doing some backlogs with my old Xbox, well, my Xbox One and my PS4, trying to like really catch up while getting ready for the new game. I did pick up Kirby Star Allies, just haven't started yet because of me playing other games at this moment. So, but that's what I've been playing.
You know what? That's fair. That's a lot. That's a lot. Like Ed said, I'm not gonna go over what we played together since Ed just said that, but I played the big topic for me this week is I played some GameCube games.
Yes.
Which you can see recorded on youtube.com/NGRradio on Thursday. Throwing up just a random retro Let's Play. Played some Mario Kart Double Dash. I played some Rogue Squadron 2. I played some Luigi's Mansion. And on that Luigi's Mansion disc is a Pikmin video demo thing, which is on there as well. I just watched it while just watched it. It was like a watch along. It was great.
Nice.
And then I ended the Let's Play with some Metroid Prime. So it was good. I think I'm gonna get into some GameCube games. Just record and play some GameCube retro games. Gosh, GameCube's so fun. Like, oh man, but getting into controls and stuff though, like a lot of those games, you could definitely tell it was a generation where they were still trying to figure out the best way for things to control. It's an interesting generation, but fun nonetheless. I think Double Dash is still fun. It feels a little slippery though. Like it doesn't feel as tight as Mario Kart 8, but it was all right. It was still fun. And I think I just needed to get used to the controls of this game as opposed to the other game. But it was fun. It was a good time. So that's pretty much, outside of what Ed talked about already, that's pretty much what I've been playing. Yeah, dude, Luigi's Mansion. I think that's going to be the first game. I'm going to play through the whole game.
Yes.
So
do it.
I have to figure out some time because Larry and I are going to do every show has their kind of like spin-off YouTube show, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so Larry and I have been brainstorming back and forth on what to do for World 1's YouTube show, right? And we're going to do kind of like a book club type show. And it's going to be called Minus World. You'll probably see some sort of trailer for it on Wednesday. I'm still trying to figure out when that's going to go up. I think we're going to put it up on Wednesdays. And then 20 questions, I think, is going to be moved to Saturdays with Pod and Play. So I think that's what's going to happen. So Minus World's probably going to go up on Wednesdays. So keep an eye out for it. The trailer will go up on Wednesday, and then we'll figure out what day it's going to go up soon. Which, Ed, by the way, Thursday after we record Pow Block, are you up to doing some expansion packs? Because we're running low. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah, because we'll talk about it later.
Okay. So yeah, I'm kind of excited for this, except that I have to figure out how to record Portal at some point. So I downloaded it on my Xbox One because they're backwards compatible, so it's not going to be an issue. But finding time is really the issue. So that's gonna be the first book club. So basically, like, you'll see the trailer and we'll have everything laid out for you. But basically, we're gonna do kind of what Game Informer does for their book club and like play up to a certain point, and then as we're talking about it, the gameplay will be playing behind me and Larry. So yeah, and it's gonna be good for me because I've never played Portal. Like, I've played it, but I never finished it. I've really only played about a half hour of it. So
okay,
it should be fun. It should be a good time. So if you want to, if you want to check out the Minus World Book Club, you should play some Portal. And that I'm pretty sure that first episode will go up next week at some point. So yeah, but anyways, now that all the housekeeping's kind of done, we're going to get into some of this news bits. And Ed, we didn't record on Friday, and boy, is there a lot to get through.
Isn't there a lot?
We're gonna start. Do you want some good news or some bad news first? Do you want to do the bad news first?
Let's do the bad news first.
Okay. According to Nintendo Today, the quote worst Switch port ever gets a little better with a new patch. Recently, an analyst of WWE 2K18 showed just how terrible a port the game is on the Switch, with awful visuals, load times, and frame rate issues. Now, 2K Sports have released a patch for the game, and while there are no patch notes, players are reporting the load times have improved. Unfortunately, the frame rate remains a big problem according to players. 2K Sports hasn't released any official statements about the game's performance on the Switch, despite the tech analysis concluding that it's probably the worst Switch port to date. And then it asks if you own WWE 2K18 on Switch and what is your experience like. So,
I don't own it, but I seen the video with Digital Foundry, how they compare that one just with the regular Xbox One, and goodness gracious, great balls of fire! What the heck did they do to that game? I like, okay, Doom might be not running up to speed, but that's a great port, and everybody used Doom as an example. I don't know what in the world was 2K thinking. Like, why can you... This is Unreal Engine 4. Y'all should know how to run a game on that engine. If you was able to run it on Xbox One and PS4, there shouldn't have been no problem. You know, even Rhyme at least got a patch, and it fixed a lot of that stuff. But I'm like, why is this game still looking janky? And I think because it's, sorry to say this 2K, but WWE 2K18 wasn't good on any systems.
I mean, isn't that the general consensus, though? That game hasn't really been good since THQ died? When they did, well, I think, like 13 or 14, it was good. But when they started doing 15, it started going downhill. Yeah. And so... which is like about the time 2K took over and THQ got rid of it.
Right. So I really don't know what 2K is going to do about this, and I don't think it's to me personally, I don't think it's Nintendo fault or their hardware. It's whoever developed they went with to port this game. I don't know why it's even being ported. 2K should have worked on this game in-house.
Yeah, it's weird
just like
because
they did
like
the other two.
It's weird because the other sports games, I mean, like NBA 2K18 runs great on Switch. Like it's awesome on Switch. Right. And I know it's not the same company, but FIFA 18, we've talked about it a ton on this show. Like it looks great, runs great. Like I don't know if it's just because like it's a different team or what happened, different porting team or what, but like, man, it's...
And didn't that game get delayed on Switch?
It got delayed by like 2 months, and then it was quietly released. They didn't even make a big deal out of it. Like, it was just out one day, and everybody was like, oh, I guess 2K18's out today. Cool. We already know it sucks, so... And yeah, I think 2K, I don't know, they have got to find a developer who can do it better, or they got to do it go in house. I mean, this is Unreal Engine 4. You guys been using this engine for a good while, so there's no way that it should be that hard to port that game, or even downgrade it a little bit in its graphics. It shouldn't be no hard part for me. 30 frames per second. It should be locked on there. Yeah.
That should be locked on that. If Doom could lock 30 frames per second, and hopefully Wolfenstein could do the same thing, there should be no problem that they should be able to do that on Switch. Mm-hmm. When 2K19 come out and they decide to put it on Switch, that game needs to be locked at 30 frames per second.
Yeah, I mean, I think they just need to, uh, like really just reverse the whole. They need to take a year off from the wrestling game and just rework it. You know, it's just like, and I'm not just talking about the Switch version. I'm talking about all versions in general. They just need to like, look, people think this game is bad. Like, we need to figure out what to do with this game, and you know, they need to fix it. And I don't know, maybe they will, maybe they won't. Maybe they just make too much money from people who just don't pay attention to video games, and this is like one of the 3 games they buy every year.
Once again, when an indie game is running better than a AAA game, that's a problem.
It's just, I don't know. But all right, let's get on to our next set of bad news. Well, it's not really bad news, but we have our first Nintendo Labo knockoff. Hooray! This comes from Nintendo Life with a catchy name of Arcade Bracket. The article says, Nintendo was kind of asking for it, really. When you make a product out of cardboard, it's insultingly easy for unscrupulous companies to jump on the bandwagon and copy the idea. After all, cardboard is pretty easy to mass produce. Say hello to Arcade Bracket, which is basically a cardboard stand for the Switch that masquerades as part of the Labo range. The packaging is similar, the logo is similar, the design is similar, and the store page here, there's a link, lists it as Nintendo Switch Labo. Heck, they've even used the same music for the accompanying promotional video, which is below. Outside of being made out of cardboard and ripping Nintendo's branding, the scope of the product is painfully limited. You basically just make a stand that the Switch sits in, and the Joy-Cons plug into the sides to imitate a arcade stick. There's nothing to show that replicates. There's nothing on show which replicates the incredible potential of the Toy-Con. It really is just a lazy ripoff riding the wave of the Labo hype. So, there's images and stuff. It looks like somebody just took a Big Mac box and cut a hole out of it.
Pretty much. And even after Nintendo Labo was shown, even before this story, like Leapfrog and other companies were trying to work on a product to get that's going to deal with cardboard. Trying to, that's the thing about Nintendo. Everybody wants to copy them. Mm-hmm. They want to copy them or be better. And it doesn't make sense. Why can't people just stop trying to copy Nintendo? You can't do it as good as they can. Even with some of their games, you can't get that same feeling and expectation that Nintendo games produce. It's weird. And then when stuff looks cheap or stuff breaks, it's like you should have known better. If you pay for what you're going to get. If you wanted something low budget, you're going to get low budget quality.
Yeah. Fair. Okay, so we're going to get to this next piece of bad news, man. There's just so much bad news. None of it's Nintendo. It's all like the third party stuff. By the way, I'm looking at this arcade bracket thing. It just looks awful. Like, it seriously looks like they went dumpster diving at McDonald's and just grabbed some cardboard. Anyways, this next story, third-party Nintendo Switch docks could be bricking consoles. If you are using a third-party dock with your Switch, then you might want to revert back to the official option for the foreseeable future, as we're seeing numerous reports that says docks are, quote, bricking consoles after the recent 5.0 system update. A wide range of dock options are available on the market, many of which are smaller and more portable than the one that you get with the Switch itself. Unsurprisingly, many Switch owners have been picking up these either to use as a second dock elsewhere in the house or as a portable option when they go to visit friends or relatives. Then there's a video on here that is showing what's happening with the docks. We've had people get in touch via email who had similar experience, including one of their readers. It says, there have been reports going around ever since the 5.0 5.0 OS update. Third-party Switch docks have been bricking systems, specifically the Nyko brand portable docks. Well, I can confirm this is true. This happened to me today. I have the above-mentioned Nyko dock, and while luckily it didn't brick the system, it did make the console stop recognizing being docked in any dock, even my official one. Called Ninty, walked through the steps for diagnosis, and because my launch unit was out of warranty, they had me ship it in to them today for a fix for $115. Jeez.
Ooh.
You might want to get a PSA warning out there. Jeez. This isn't the first time Nyko's dock has been damaging Switch consoles. Last year, it was reported that the product was killing the Switch's charging port, but the company said it had addressed the problem in production. So, interesting.
Everybody, stop being cheap. What I said in the last story.
There's a reason.
Stop being cheap.
There's a reason why Nintendo sells the official dock separately. Like, yes, do we wish it was portable? Of course we do. Do we wish it was smaller and more compact and cheaper? Of course we do. But it doesn't brick your system. Like, I just got a second dock. I'm very excited that I can have a second dock because now I have one on my recording station here, and I have one in the living room now. So,
and my mom got a dock, so if I want to charge it in her room, I could just dock it right there. Yeah. Like, or guess what, everybody? How about you just take the AC cord, plug it in your Switch, and plug it into a wall, or a station cord?
Because guess what? The system is already portable. Why do you need to take a dock with you?
Exactly.
I mean, I get if you're going on like a week vacation, like, and you're in a condo or something with your family and whatever, and you want to hook it up to the TV for a week or whatever.
Take the dock that it came with.
I get it, but just take the dock. Like, just don't. Oh man.
And if you that lazy, spend the $80. Like, if you spend $80 on stuff that's that might be meaningless. Spend the $80 for a Nintendo product.
Just don't buy coffee for a week at Starbucks.
Go to the grocery store and buy it and make it your own. Like, stop being cheap. When it comes to third-party items, look at the reviews. Wait to see what's going to be happening. Anything that is released on a Nintendo console, buy from Nintendo. Mm-hmm. Third party might be cheap if you're on the budget, but you're going to take the risk.
Yeah.
When you buy a new system, get it under warranty if that store offers it. Other than that, be ready to pony up some money. Just saying.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, just buy a dock. Just don't be cheap. Or use it as your handheld. I don't know. There's so many different options. Ever since I had a Mad Catz controller for my Nintendo 64, mm-hmm. I have never trusted third-party accessories, like ever.
If my thing does not say Nintendo and it has the official the seal on it, I'm not buying it. My stuff has to come from Nintendo, or if they're working with a party that is with Nintendo. Like, Nintendo has to approve that. If I want another dock, guess what? I'm going to spend $80, or if it's on sale on Amazon, guess I'll buy it that way. But I'm going to spend the money if it's a Nintendo product by Nintendo. I did that with my GameCube controllers. I did that with the N64 controllers. Did that with the Super Tap and my Super NES. Anything that's Nintendo related comes from Nintendo. Did it with my Wii. Got like eight Wii controllers from Nintendo. I buy literally from Nintendo. I don't mess around with third party accessories, I should say.
Yeah.
And you should know not to go with Nyko. Nyko's terrible with their stuff.
Yeah. Wow. All right, let's get to our last. It's not really bad news. It's awkward news. Mario Tennis Aces artwork triggers an unlikely discussion about Luigi's balls and racket. Did you see this story?
Yeah.
Okay, this is from Nintendo Life. When Mario proudly shed his overalls for Super Mario Odyssey, it likely broke the internet. Now we're seeing our discussion occur online that could potentially dwarf Nipplegate, and as usual, it's Mario's lanky sibling who is stealing all of the column inches, no pun intended. Artwork for the forthcoming Mario Tennis Aces shows Luigi in a pair of particularly tight shorts, so tight in fact that they proudly show the unmistakable outline of his lunchbox. Any normal person would simply brush this off as Nintendo striving for a little anatomical accuracy, but come on guys, this is the internet we're talking about. Some people have actually gone to the length, again, no pun intended, of estimating this the size of Luigi's nether regions. We won't repeat what is said here, but feel free to click at your own risk.
It's been a big debate on Twitter, and I'm just like, are we really talking about a fictional character's artwork? Have y'all looked at Deviant art? Like, jeez. Why is it what is it? People, internet, tell me, what is this nonsense? You did it with Mario for Super Mario Odyssey. You now doing it with Luigi. Y'all did it with Waluigi with Super Mario with Aces. Like, what is it about Nintendo's characters that make y'all act this way? This is insane.
Yeah, it's insane. Like, who?
Dude,
look, I'm looking at, like,
people want to bang the prince from Breath of the Wild, the fish one.
Yeah, I know, dude. There's so many weird things out there.
Like, okay, I'm guilty of doing stuff or looking at Phoenix Wright, looking at Max Payne from Max Payne 3. I have admitted that. But I have not literally gone crazy. And usually it's a hypothetical question, and we'll have that discussion. I have not gone that crazy like folks are going about Luigi's nether regions. This is insane.
Yeah, it's... I don't even know what to say, man. It's an odd image. I just...
You're doing too much internet.
Honestly, if I was just like looking at this picture that they're showing here, I probably wouldn't even have noticed.
I didn't.
It just looks like the lighting is just, that's how the lighting is, and then it just turned into something that was just like, huh, interesting. So
exactly.
Oh man, Ed, get me out of here. Okay, so let's get to some real news here.
Yes.
There's an Nindies showcase tomorrow. We already talked about. They're broadcasting at 9 a.m. Pacific time, noon Eastern time. So adjust your watching abilities accordingly. I'll probably watch it at lunch tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll probably be watching it at the same time you be watching it, because in my time area, it'll be 11 o'clock that I'll be watching it.
Yeah, there's not really any other news except for the fact that Devolver Digital retweeted the tweet from Nintendo. So that's
which also Tiny Build, they'll be hosting an event also after the stream for the Nindies showcase. So there'll be two of them. They'll be showing some games at 9:30, 12:30, and 4:30. So you guys could check that out. They got hashtag Hello Switch. So that'll be the event for it. So
yeah. There's something else that was on here too. Where did my article go here? Yeah, the video. Oh, hi Jesse. Sorry for that sound effect. I was typing a message on Facebook and then it toned in. So, Yeah, if Devolver Digital's in, I wonder what they're going to be showing. Like, I wonder what Devolver Digital has in mind for Switch.
Well, we shall see.
Yeah, we shall see. So, speaking of indies, Ed, Shovel Knight Treasure Trove gets a permanent discount for people who have purchased Spectre of Torment by itself. If you've purchased Spectre of Torment, you can receive up to 40% off on the Nintendo eShop, and that's including Wii U and 3DS installments as well. So, if you haven't bought Shovel Knight yet, pause this episode, go buy it, play it, and then return to the episode, and then go play it again.
They don't have to buy it. They could just grab their Switch while listening to us. Buy it.
Buy it. Buy it. Buy Shovel Knight. Buy Shovel Knight. You think that worked? Shovel Knight's the best. I love Shovel Knight so much. And like, it's not even, I mean, it's a great game, but
yes.
like, I don't know why I love Shovel Knight so much. It's just a great game.
It's a good retro game with a modern feel. It just hooks you. It's a great level design, great music, and it's just fun to play.
Yeah, Shovel Knight's great. I hope he's in Smash. I really hope he's in Smash, and I hope we get a physical edition like real soon. Speaking of physical editions, Ed, Sonic Mania Plus arrives on Switch this summer. So, the physical edition is coming, but the existing owners don't miss out. Announced during South by Southwest Gaming Live broadcast, one of the most requested physical editions of last year will finally become a reality in summer 2018. Sonic Mania Plus will be coming to Nintendo Switch as well as PS4, Xbox One, and PC this summer. 2 new playable characters join the existing crew, Mighty and Ray. There will be an all-new Encore mode that wasn't detailed at this presentation, and an expanded 4-player competitive mode. The package also includes a lenticular slip cover and a reversible Genesis Mega Drive sleeve depending on your region, and an exclusive 32-page art book. Not too shabby for $30. The Switch version will cost just as much as the PS4 and Xbox One version. If you already bought the digital version of Sonic Mania on Switch, an Encore DLC pack will be available for sale to access the new features. More details will follow at a later date. The series will also expand into a 5-episode cartoon featuring new music from the gamer's composer T. Lopes. You will. I thought it was Lopez, but it's not a Z, it's an S. So you will be able to watch Sonic Mania Adventures on Sega's YouTube channel and other social media channels. So, kind of sad because I already purchased Sonic Mania. I have a big Sonic Genesis statue somewhere around here.
Right. And I don't own the game, but I have played it, so it's cool. I think it's kind of going to make up for the sales of Sonic Forces. I'm sorry, everybody.
Sonic Forces. Why? Just...
I will say that it sold well on Switch. People...
Yeah, but here's the thing. I don't understand why it's like... I don't understand why it's really hard to make a 3D Sonic game.
Because they keep changing it.
I know, but why? Why can't you just do like... I just don't understand. Like, Sonic Lost World was pretty decent. Like, I mean, it was probably one of the better Sonic games since Sonic Colors on Wii. But like, I don't know, man. They need to just do something, because I don't know what they need to do.
This might sound crazy, everybody, but I think they may need to rip off Super Mario 3D World. I think they literally need to rip it off and see if they could make that game work in that engine and gameplay style.
Yeah.
I mean, because the 3D games are okay, but a lot of people enjoy when Sonic is going fast. And I think if he could stay running fast in that 3D world where they don't have to stop the action to attack, um, I think people would enjoy it more. It feels like Sonic would be better if you could just grab coins and just have this nice jumping around, and every time you jump around, it takes you to a new track and area. And the coins will kind of be like almost like Mario Kart. They make you faster. There will be some traps and stuff, and if you get hit, you lose coins. But it don't interfere with you running. And if you don't got no coins, you run slow and you'll end up dying.
Yeah.
I think they just kind of need to remove enemies in a sense.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. We'll see. I know they're gonna do more with the Sonic franchise. I know they kind of leads into our next news story where they're going to have a new Sonic racing game coming soon. They teased it. Only the racing game is only going to focus on Sonic and quote Sonic and Friends instead of like the Sega All-Star cast from the Wii U and the Wii games, but I don't know. Sonic Racing Transformed was really good. Like,
yes, it was.
I thought it was really good until Mario Kart 8 came out and just like smashed it. But like as a kart racer, as like a decent kart racer for someone who doesn't own a Nintendo platform, that game was awesome. And if they can just kind of like it just taking away the extra characters kind of feels like a step backwards, but if they can evolve the gameplay and just kind of focus on the gameplay, I think I would totally be down for another kart racer on Switch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just looking at me like, huh.
No, I understand. I understand what you mean. I know where you're coming from.
Yeah, I know we were talking about 3D Sonic games, but then I was looking at the next news story, and it was the Sonic Racing. I thought we'd just get the Sonic stuff over with in one go.
Right.
So, sorry, everybody. I probably confused you guys too.
No,
well,
that's good.
Make a good 3D Sonic game. Make a decent kart racer. Bring us more Sonic Mania. Yeah, that sounds good.
Yes.
Our next story, Lego The Incredibles is under construction for Switch. The first time a Pixar movie has been adapted for a Lego game, based on the Incredibles, Pixar's Incredibles 2 is coming to Switch, as well as Xbox One, PS4, and PC. The confirmation comes from in-store promotional material for the actual Incredibles Lego toy sets. The photo above was taken by a staffer at Walmart. So, obviously, probably going to have a bunch of Pixar cameos, probably a bunch of Pixar characters, I'm sure. Like, why? This just thought just entered my head just now. Why didn't they ever make a Lego, like, Pixar universe or, like, Lego Toy Story or something? Oh, my gosh. That would be amazing. But I like The Incredibles, so maybe when Toy Story 4 comes out, they'll just make a Lego Toy Story.
Mm-hmm.
Getting ahead of myself here, Ed. You're letting me get ahead of myself. Why are you letting me get ahead of myself?
Because I really don't care about this Lego Incredibles game. I would rather have arcade style beat 'em up.
Well, I'm excited because I like The Incredibles.
Oh, I love The Incredibles.
I don't really care for Lego games though all that much. To be cool.
And that's my problem. Like I would want like a 10 level Turtles in Time style beat 'em up or something.
Yeah, I sorry, I'm messaging the woman who's gonna make our t-shirts, so I'm trying to. Yeah, t-shirts are coming. Pretty excited.
Nice.
So, yeah. Anyways, I agree with you. I think I would rather have some sort of I don't know if I would want like a side-scrolling beat 'em up, but I would really like a kind of like an action game with Incredibles that's not Lego. I don't know. I don't have anything against the Lego game. They're just not for me. Obviously, they're just kids games. You know, they're simple co-op games that parents can play with their kids and stuff.
Yeah, but they still got some jank in them, and I'm just like,
I know, but think of all the janky games we played when we were little, dude. Just it happens.
I mean, there was some jank, but there wasn't. But it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. We're just gonna say yep. So good news, Ed. Remember that game Blossom Tales that came out that was not at all like A Link to the Past at all? Didn't even hint at it at all, ever?
Yeah.
Well, Blossom Tales developers avoid closing thanks to the Switch sales after poor Steam showing.
Yes, nice. Congrats to them.
Yeah. I've played like an hour of that game, and like I really do want to go back to it. I really do want to keep playing that game. But what I want to do is play A Link to the Past first, and then play this game, and kind of like I want to have that fresh idea of A Link to the Past in my head to see exactly what exactly they took from that game, because like man, the game looks really pretty. It's got a really cool art style and everything. So let's get to this new story. The publisher behind Blossom Tales, the Link to the Past-like adventure game on Switch and PC, revealed that the Switch version sold nearly 20 times the Steam version, saving the developer from closing in the process. FDG Entertainment, the publisher behind games like Oceanhorn, Monster Boy, and Blossom Tales, on Twitter, and added, the humble indie dev at Castle Pixel can stay in business and continue making games. The game released on Steam in March of 2017 to positive reviews, but without much in the way of attention until getting ported to Switch last December. FDG didn't go into more detail. We asked Castle Pixel what the publisher meant, and this is from Game Informer. So the quote from Castle Pixel says, "We were first approached by a Nintendo rep at PAX last year, where they expressed interest in porting Blossom Tales to the Switch. We are all huge Nintendo fans, obviously, so we jumped at the chance to work with them and bring Blossom Tales to their platform. After the initial release of Blossom Tales on Steam, the numbers weren't great, so FDG decided to shift the funds from our next game we had in development to a Switch port of Blossom Tales. It was a complete turnaround, like FDG tweeted. It exceeded lifetime sales on Steam by 20-1. Blossom Tales was built for Nintendo fans, and the fans ultimately saved us in the end. With the success of Blossom Tales on Switch, we're able to continue making updates and ports to other languages like Japanese. The developer wanted to express their gratitude to Nintendo players for allowing them to continue working on games. Thanks to Blossom Tales sales, Castle Pixel says they are going to work on a new project." So,
yeah, I mean, Switch has become, for a lot of people, the indie machine, but it's been great business for Nintendo and for indie developers. They're not getting that much sales and recognition from Sony and Microsoft, and to hear that they sold 20 times better than Steam, and Steam is a big platform where they should have been making bank.
Well, at the same time though, like Steam is it's a crowded mess, is what Steam is, and it has no curation. Yeah. And there's like, we kind of make fun of the fact that there's like 12 to 15 games coming out on Switch every week. There's like 20 to 30 games coming out every day on Steam.
On Steam, yeah.
And if you get buried on Steam, you're just screwed. Like, and there's hardly any recovery because there's no curation, there's no advertising. It's not like Steam goes out of the way that Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo do to help promote stuff. They're just like, oh yeah, here, open here, you can play it, you can put it here if you want. And it's just it's sad that like, I mean, I'm glad like that it sold well on Switch, but it's sad that they had to put their next project on hold to save their studio and port it to Switch. You know, it's just sad.
Well, I think, when an indie game gets announced for Switch, just that announcement is good enough marketing for people to be excited for it. So when it hits that Thursday, the sales come in, and people are just like, "Oh, I got me a new game that I can get that can fill my system on the go and play it." Where Steam is just like, "Well, this is a game. That's it." Like, you would look more forward to any controversy of a game on Steam and the users in their comments and stuff, then you would look forward to a game coming out on Switch with, getting positive reviews or even middling reviews or mediocre reviews. There's people who are going to be hype about it, and it's just like, oh, I can't wait for this game to come, and people will buy it. It's like for a lot of people, it's like that Thursday is that Christmas day for Switch owners. Mm-hmm. So, where with Steam, people wait for the humble bundle deals or get like 65% off on that game. And it's just like you said, it gets buried. Like, there's no marketing. So it's good that they sold more, and this is another story for a company that was just like, we made money off the Switch version, and we're staying in business to make more games. So now I think stuff like that switches their priority to be like, let's make the best game that we can make, and let's make sure that we get it out on Switch, where we know that even if we don't get a chance to do enough marketing, if social media and talk around with the other people is there, we would guarantee sales. I still tell people who got a Switch when they ask for games, and this is just in real life. When I'm working with customers, I tell them, go to Nintendo eShop. They have tons of games there that you will literally enjoy, and you'll get a list, and you'll get some great games at some great prices.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm glad they get. I'm glad they get to stay open. If you are a Zelda fan at all, especially for 2D Zeldas, Blossom Tales is the game built specifically for you. It literally is a Link to the Past and a Link's Awakening, and it has that feel of like, even the Oracle games. It has that kind of feel to it too. It kind of feels more like the Oracle games than I would say Link's Awakening, but yeah, it feels like those classic 2D Zelda games, and I would highly recommend going out and finding that. So,
yes.
Let's see here. Also coming from Game Informer, Ed, are you a fan of Shantae?
Of course, yes.
Are you a fan of pirates?
Yes.
Well, do I have great news for you? WayForward's 2014 platformer Shantae and the Pirate's Curse is set to sail to the Switch this month. Listing, and I actually think it comes out. I think it'll be out by the time this episode goes up. So it's $19.99. It will support HD Rumble and redone assets in HD, keeping to the pixel art of that game instead of the 2.5D-ish art style of Half Genie Hero. So
I love Half Genie Hero, and Pirate's Curse is really it's so good. I 100%ed that game. I got everything for it, and I'm not gonna get it right away, but I will in the coming weeks, everybody, I will have that game, and I'll tell you more about it. But it's a definitely must buy for me. I love WayForward, and like I stated before, I will always support them, and I love when their games coming into Nintendo platform. They're just fitting. Not dissing Microsoft or Sony, but like Pirate's Curse is really good. So if you guys have not played it on the Wii U, I advise you to pick this game up. and spend some time with it. It has a Metrovania feel to it, but it's a great platformer. I think everybody will love it, and you will enjoy the comedy. And the art style is just beautiful. It just flows so well. So, this is a game that, once again, I have to play on the big screen. I can't I can't take it and play it while I'm on the go. Maybe when I come see a certain boss man, I will definitely play it there. But this is a game that I have to put on my TV and just marvel at because it's so beautiful and fun. Yeah. So, yay! Wait for it! Yay for bringing one of my favorite Shantae games.
Yep, it's I'm excited. I already have it on my wish list. So
now, wait for it. I need the boy and his blob on Switch. I need that now. I need that. That game is beautiful, and when I mean beautiful, it's they just went in and redid everything in that hand drawn animation. As much as I love Cuphead and I love that 30 style, I just love that way for it went in and just made a nice flow, just made a beautiful game that don't stutter or anything. You just got to sit down and just be like, how many people worked on this game, and why can't we find games like this anymore?
Yeah, well, I mean, they did the Mummy Remastered, which was like 1,000 times better than the movie, and that game was 1,000,000 times better than it had any right to be. So.
And can I do a quick plug? Everybody, if you know the podcast Retronauts, Jeremy Parrish did a talk with Wait For It. It was really good. They talked about the Mummy. Yeah, and I actually sent a shout out to Jeremy Parrish, and he replied back. He was just like, "Thank you very much." I was just like, that interview was so good. Interviewing one of my favorite companies. So I love Wait For It. Just man, the Batman game, I brought that day one when it came out for Wii, and I got a Batman T-shirt because it was a promotional thing, and I had so much fun with it. It's a quick beat 'em up, but I love that game.
Yeah. Okay, well, we can all laugh now because Matt's game for 20 questions this week. If you listen to NGR Radio proper, if you haven't, you should check it out. It was a good episode. That was a good episode.
Yes.
Amazon Germany lists Flashback 25th Anniversary Edition for June Switch release. The publisher Microids has confirmed that Flashback is indeed coming in June. This is an update to the original story. No longer a rumor. It was originally conceptualized as a new Dreamcast game, then ported to other consoles. So there is a Dreamcast version of this game coming at some point, I guess. Jeez, who's making a Dreamcast game in 2018? This Flashback Special Edition will come with a collector's steelbook in the shape of a Super Nintendo cartridge, a collector's edition card numbered, so each collector's edition is individually numbered, and of course a digital soundtrack, art book, and copy of the game, physical copy of the game. So cool. Flashback. I hate choosing that game. I thought it was Bionic Commando. I had it so narrowed down.
And that game looked like garbage on the Super Nintendo. So yay for its remake. So I'm not getting it. I'm sorry. That game don't interest me at all.
Yeah. Let's see. There was one more story I wanted to get to. Oh, Jesse was excited for this, and I don't know why. I'm gonna fight Jesse. I'm gonna fight him. Bad Dudes is now on the Nintendo eShop.
Rephrase that. Bad Dudes versus Dragon Ninja, the arcade game, is on Switch.
Yeah, that
one. But this is very problematic because when I played the original version, it was only called Bad Dudes. I don't know where the Dragon Ninja part came in.
It's probably sorry, it's probably some sort of like, I don't know if they couldn't get the trademark back for Bad Dudes, or if Bad Dudes is just too generic of a term to trademark in 2018, and they had to add a second thing to it.
They had to, because when the game came out for Nintendo, it was called Bad Dudes.
Yeah.
Yes, everybody, I owned that game, and I beat it within 25 minutes.
Yeah.
Luckily, I only paid $2 from the rental store that was selling it.
Yeah. Well, Bad Dudes. It's a great game.
Don't get it, everybody. Just don't.
Buy Bad Dudes. Make Jesse happy.
Data East, I love you. You have better games than Bad Dudes.
No, I want you guys all to buy Bad Dudes, so next week's Arsenal X episode can just be Ed and Jesse talking about Bad Dudes for 45 minutes and how bad the Switch version is and how Jesse's so excited to play it. That's what I want.
Literally will be upset.
Oh,
you will see the fire, and you would just be sitting back, drinking a Monster and eating popcorn, laughing at us because we're arguing over a game.
Nobody's going to see us next week, though, because it's our Sea of Thieves episode.
Well, yeah, I know that.
I forgot. By the way, everybody, if you haven't listened to our Xbox podcast, now would be a perfect time to jump in, because next week's episode is going to be the video version is going to be, we're recording the whole game on the ship of one of the ships on Sea of Thieves. So, yeah. Yep, we're doing that. So hopefully you'll check it out. I have it all ready to go. I've tested a few squad goals on it, and
yes,
we should be good to go.
I'll probably do it Friday. I gotta go to West. No, I'll probably do it Sunday. I gotta go get my drinks for it.
Yeah.
So if my cup doesn't come in, I'll probably buy a red Silo cup in. I'll let y'all go from there.
Nice.
And I might drink all of them.
But with that said, I think that's all of the news we have this week. We will, like I said, we will have a mini block tomorrow. We'll probably throw it up on the audio feed too, just for people to listen to. But those mini blocks are kind of encouraging people to come check out our YouTube page, along with everything else that we've been doing lately. I'm so excited because, like, I know this isn't part of the podcast, but I don't care. I talked to Jason, who leads our PlayStation team, and he got a game capture, so they're gonna start their version of squad goals, and they're just gonna hunt for trophies. Like, they're gonna take requests from the Facebook group and Twitter, and they're gonna hunt down trophies that people request for them to hunt down.
But are they also okay? Because they said they're doing podcast and play, so they're doing a pod and play, right? Also, or this is just that one, the trophy.
No, pod and play is our thing. Like, I talked to Jason, and they're gonna do something focused on trophies. So
okay,
and then they're gonna talk while they're playing, obviously, about random stuff. But like, pod and play is very specific to us, and that's like, I talked to them, and I'm like, if you want to do something similar, you can, but like, we already have a show called Pod and Play. I mean, it's us, and I'm not trying to say that and to be like
mean
or rude or mean about it. It's just like that's our show, and if they want to do like a Let's Play type show, they need to come up with an idea that's like something that we're not already doing, and like trophy. Since that show is all based around trophies, that's kind of what they came up with. So I'm excited to see it, though.
Yeah, I am.
I'm excited to see something that I'm not doing.
Right. Before we go, everybody, Blastoise is coming to Pokken DX. If you guys own that game, you can check out some gameplay on Nintendo Life. But I just want to let everybody know that Arms Producer is open to a sequel for the future, and he would like to reveal some unknown stories. I think he was at Evo when they did an Arms one. But yeah, he wants to do, he's thinking about doing a sequel, or he's open to it. And I would love to see him do a sequel. It's kind of fast. And I know they're not doing any more updates for it, but I think, Arms did well enough that it deserves a sequel. So hopefully maybe 2019, 2020, we'll see it. And that could be maybe one of the leading games for Switch. So you guys can check that story out on Nintendo Live. I just thought that was cool that he was open up to a sequel. So it shows that there were some good sales for that game.
Yeah, I mean, ARMS sold really well. It's not like, look, Nintendo's not going to invest in a game that they can't make a franchise out of,
Right.
So I'm really excited. I would go nuts for an ARMS sequel, but that's just me. Just me.
Yeah, when they was talking about it at Evo and they seen the community, I think like a lot of people were shocked because a lot of people were they were just like, it didn't get like really like showcase or anything for Evo, and I think Evo in Japan, but they were happy to see that people from around the world came to Japan to play, and they were just happy to see that community. So you guys can read that on Nintendo Life also about the ARMS at Evo, and the community about it. They did a really good job interviewing it and talking about it.
Yeah, it was a good one. So, but yeah. Ed, I think we did it. I think we completed an episode. I think this was good. Let's see. Plugs. Here we go. You should subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/NGRradio. We've got a lot of good stuff coming up for you to watch on there. Not just podcasts, but expansion packs, our revamped expansion pass for Arsenal X. We've got squad goals. We've got pod and play. We've got retro games. We've got our spin-off shows, B-sides, expansion pack. If you want to check out Jason and Jeff's and Moose's update on their Platinum Trophy Challenge, you should check that out. Check out World 1-1. Remember, stay tuned for Minus World, something that we've been throwing around back and forth for a while. Portal is our first game, so if you want to be caught up on that, play Portal, then check out the episode later. We are taking questions, so email us, I guess, at ngrradiopodcast@gmail.com. What's World 1-1's email? Because you could probably email there too.
Yeah, world101@gmail.com.
Okay, yeah. So WORLD11. You don't have to put the dash in it at gmail.com. Okay, yeah. I want to make sure we're getting all the questions in for that. So, yeah. Check out. Our next few episodes of Squad Goals are, all three of us played through the Halo 4 campaign, which was really fun. You can check out the first episode. The second episode goes up on Monday. Jesse and I played a lot of Fortnite, which was really fun. Our Rainbow Six episode just went up yesterday as of this posting. That was really fun. Pod and play. I do apologize for the frame rate issues on the Metro episode. They get better. We had some difficulties with OBS, and it's still being kind of wonky. So, we had to do a little workaround, but I've gotten a good rhythm, so we're working on that. And then, I'm really proud. I'm really proud of everybody, especially, in Pod and Play. I'm proud of Ed for look, Ed does a lot. Ed, you do so much, even outside of NGR. You do a lot, and I just appreciate you sticking by me through all this.
You're welcome. I need to get back to doing a lot because I kind of been slacking, and my body is getting up there. But I love this. I love doing stuff. NGR is my home. I I literally advertise NGR at work and stuff, and I tell everybody about the stuff that I do, and tell them about all the shows that we have and everything. Like I tell Nintendo customers or customers who's buying a Switch or anything Nintendo related, be like, I'm part of a network. We do a show called Nintendo Pow Block. You guys should check it out. It's on YouTube and stuff. Like I love doing this stuff with everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm in the process of getting t-shirts made. I'm very excited. I'll have more to announce on that later, but we tried to go through a store on Redbubble, and that, like, Redbubble's quality just isn't up to where I want it to be, so my wife's friend makes t-shirts, so we're going to start through her and see what happens through that. So I'll have more details on that later, but I'm currently making NGR Radio at PAX shirts, and I'm really excited. So
nice.
Actually, that's another thing. That's another thing. If any of the listeners are going to PAX East in Boston,
yes,
I will be there with some of my friends, and sadly, Joey is kind of NGR adjacent. He was part of us for a while and then kind of went away, and he might come back at some point, but I'll be there. So if you see me and say hi, that'd be cool. Yeah. And I'm gonna try to take some t-shirts to give away up there. So
nice.
If you come say hi to me at PAX, I will have them.
Question for you: the shirt that I ordered when you was doing you was DNA, was that through Redbubble or?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, it's it's weird. Redbubble's weird. They're okay if you're like just want something to wear for like once or twice, but like I need a shirt that lasts, man. I need a shirt that lasts.
I had to show my support. I was like, when you was doing DNA and doing all the shows, I was just like, I'm into this, and look where I'm at now with you.
Look where we're all at now, man, dude. So many things, and like I know this is a separate episode or whatever, but you know what? Screw it. People want to listen to us. This is what they're getting today. So you and Matt, like honestly, the credit goes to you and Matt for like saving my passion for this stuff. Like, NGR Radio started as the community show for DNA, right? It just started as another show we wanted to do, and one by one, like not to anybody's fault or anything, it's just like one by one everybody kind of got busy or didn't really want to do it anymore, or and like it was down to just like NGR for a long time, and then
exactly,
we wanted to do the Destiny show, which was really popular for a long time. It's still like, I go back and look at analytics once in a while of the old DNA shows compared to what we're doing now, and it's like, dude, the Destiny show, man, if we get the next big thing, like, I don't know, the Destiny show was probably the most popular thing we ever did. Like, we were in the 50, 60,000 downloads per episode.
Yeah, Destiny was big when you guys was doing it, and you guys knew that game inside out, and so the discussions that you guys were having were very informative, and people could relate to them.
Yeah, and like it just seeing all that go away was like, I was really kind of almost devastated when like DNA went away, and you and Matt kind of saved my passion for this, and turned Nerds Gone Rogue into its own thing, spun out, redid the website, which, by the way, I need to get to editing my writing. Like, I say that every episode, but like, I mean, look, I took the week off from NGR proper. Like, next week's episode is only going to be Matt and Moose, and they were supposed to have Andy Clue on, but I don't know if they ended up getting him on or not. Right. I wasn't part of Arsenal X this week, and so it's an audio only. You'll still see video. I'm putting gameplay from Squad Goals in there just for people to watch while they listen. So like, I'll have some Fortnite and some Halo and Rainbow Six in there for people to watch while they're listening. But I mean, you and Matt kind of saved my passion for it, and like you guys are the glue that holds everything together and kind of keeps pushing me. And with the addition of Jesse and Moose and Larry, and then when Jason and Jeff and Moose wanted to take on Nerds Gone Platinum, that was like, it was the coolest thing to be like, what, you guys want to do this on your own? And like, yeah,
have at you.
Yeah, it was. I will never ever be able to thank you and Matt enough, to be honest with you. Like I never will.
Well, it's like for me, like you were building something and I was super into what you guys were doing and building. And at that time I was on another network, and if you listen to all Optional Opinions, you guys will see how much work that I put, how much work I was doing for that other network, but no one else was doing content. And when we were having meetings and stuff, everybody had all these ideas, and I just sat back and listened, because my thing was, if you're going to have ideas, you guys got to put this stuff into action. And nothing was going on, or schedules wasn't working out right, and people got to move away from it. And when I seen DNA, I literally didn't know what to do, but I was so excited to see the programs, watch what you guys were doing, learn and listen and everything, because I was just like, I'm audio. I've never like really did video anything. And then, like I said, I bought the shirt from you guys, and I was just like, I love what they're doing. And past happened, Destiny happened, if you want to look at that. And like when you brought me into the fold, I was just like, I feel rescued. I am like, I'm doing work with people who love video games and just love doing entertainment and doing this stuff. That was what I needed. And Corey, you pushed me to be better. Like you helped me push my product to be better, be more confident and stuff. Because yeah, I plug Optional Opinion like crazy, because that's my stuff. But I'm just like, you helped me be able to see that I just can't do one thing for myself. I got to do a lot for my network, or the network that I'm on. And NGR, like when it happened, you brought me into the fold and everything. I was just like, I gotta step my game up, and because marketing and plugging this stuff, I'm bad at. But I've been getting confident and spreading the word out. Just be like, yo, we got this content on this website on YouTube. You guys should check out. And I want to thank you for bringing me into the fold. And keeping me consistent and not getting lazy. So, thank you.
Well, you're the glue that holds everything together, Ed. And I tell everybody that, like, look, I mean, I wanted to do a Nintendo podcast, and nobody else I did DNA stuff with did Nintendo stuff, and like, we kind of met through some Facebook groups and some mutual friends, and like, I was just like, hey, you should come on NGR. And then, hey, you want to do some Nintendo stuff? And like, look, Pow Block's approaching its 100th episode. I haven't like gone into details or anything yet of what I want to do for like a 100th episode. It's probably going to happen like, it's either the last week of April or the first week of May. I'm not 100% sure yet. And like, look, this podcast is so much fun, and it's like, it has a similar but different vibe than NGR, because like, look, right. NGR was built to be like, okay, we're just friends who like games who are hanging out, and we just talk about a bunch of stuff, and then like, everybody just kind of, it's just, I love this so much. I like, I know my wife thinks I spend too much time doing all this stuff, and she's probably right. And like, it's probably more than she lets me know. But like, look, man, this I started listening to podcasts like 8 or 9, 10 years ago, you know, like,
I go way longer than that. I listened to oneup.com.
yeah,
That's how I got into podcasts.
I don't really know when or where it started. Like, I was listening, like, when, you know, Gertzman was let go from GameSpot and he started Giant Bomb.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, the Giant Bomb cast started, and then I started listening to Game Scoop, and then from Game Scoop I started listening to Beyond and getting into the Nintendo stuff and like all the IGN podcasts, and then like now I'm subscribed to like 50 podcasts. You know, it's probably more than that, but like, you know what I mean? And then Game Informer started the Game Informer show. Yeah. And I was like, well, I'm a huge fan of Game Informer. So I started listening to that way back when, you know, Matt Helgeson was hosting it. And then, yeah, man, it's just, and then like, I wanted to start doing that, but I was like, I don't know how. And I'm like, I'm not good on camera. I suck at talking to people. Like, how do I start doing that? And then like, look, if you want to hear a really embarrassing podcast of me, go listen to episode 3 of Life of Gaming podcast. Like, that was my very, very, very first podcast. Like, just go listen to it. It's bad. Like, I feel so bad for Jamie and Brant, like, having to sit through that. Like, you know, but like, we all kind of started at the same time. You know, we all started this at the same time, and you know, we've met a lot of people along the way who started and kind of petered out, or, you know, changed networks or podcasts, or, you know, look at what Ray's doing with Geeks and Gamers. You know, look what he's doing over there. And, you know, Brant's done a bunch of stuff, and now he's doing the I always get the name wrong, the Family Geek Family Network or whatever, the family friendly podcast stuff. I forget what it's called. What's it called? And then like, you look at Antonio, who went from Platinum Achievements to, you know, trying to do his own thing, and then getting into Switch Talk, and now Switch Talk's super popular. Like,
yes,
I mean, look, we've met so many cool people along the way, and it's just like, I mean, you look at what Lee and Ray and Becky do with Extra Life stuff, and how important that stuff is to them, even though they can't get a podcast out every week because of life stuff. And it's just, and it's just so many people.
And it's good that, you know, you find different podcasts and you kind of be like, oh, cool, you know, reaching out. Like, Optional Opinion, like I said, it started as a blog. It was on video or whatever, that Uverse or whatever. It went into that. I had to stop that, and then when I went audio, I was just like, what do I talk about? Like, Optional Opinion was budget. It was a mess, but over time, I had to evolve. I had to get better, and I had to get help. And it you know, the kind of, when you start out, you're going to make mistakes. You're not going to be the most professional thing. You need time to grow. You need time to evolve. And I think we've been doing this for what, maybe 4 or 5 years, just podcasting and being in this community and stuff. Like, we've been doing this for years. Mm-hmm. And so, and every day we're still growing. We're still evolving and learning and teaching others on how to do stuff, you know. And it's good that we get viewers and we get questions and stuff like that, because that's the stuff that we love to see, getting that response and getting that feedback that help us become better, you know.
Yeah, I mean we started, I started this stuff in 2014, I want to say, like around Christmas of 2014, and I haven't stopped. And like, I was like, I created my own blog because I wanted to start writing. And then what really kind of pushed me into podcasting and stuff, honestly, was like when that whole IGN crew left to form Kind of Funny. I was like, wow, I can't believe, like, how do you leave a job, like what would be everybody else's dream job, right? To work for someone like IGN and like just go off and do your own thing. Like, how do you do that? And I was like, let's try it. Let's see what happens. And I know our audience is like, especially like on the YouTube front, our audience is nowhere near as big as someone like Giant Bomb or Kind of Funny or Game Informer. Like it, and maybe it will be one day, maybe it won't. Like I would like it to be. Like I would like to sit here and do game stuff all day with you, Ed. Like I seriously would like to quit my day job and do this, but we do this because we love it, and we do it because somebody likes to listen to us talk every week.
Right.
So,
and it's us. I feel like personally for us that we're creating history for people to listen to, to go back to, and it's a new discovery.
Yeah. I mean, we all are passionate about things. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's fun. I love it. It's it's great. I love it so much. So, but anyways, we're gonna let everybody go. We're gonna get out of here. We're gonna do stuff. I'm gonna edit this show to make sure it goes up on time. Is what I'm gonna go do.
Yeah, I got some recording to do because everybody, today's the first day of spring. Corey, can I just go ahead and plug before you exit out?
No, I was getting ready to ask you where you could.
You guys can find me on Twitter at @BretcherCode. You guys can check out Optional Opinion on SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play, TuneIn, and other podcast apps. I do have a new blog up comparing originality. So you guys can read that on ngrradio.com. And if you guys want to check out the new episode of Optional Opinion, because today is the first day of spring, I love to reflect on the color of games. So I won't tell you what the game is. You just got to go and check out this episode. I'm so happy that I get to talk about this game. So you guys can go ahead and check that out.
Yeah. You can find me at CoreyHD on Twitter and Instagram. You can find me on a plethora of NGR Radio content. Like, subscribe, and share to our YouTube page, youtube.com/NGR Radio. Follow us on social media, all that good stuff. Email us your questions. We want a question block episode soon, so email us at nintendopowblock@gmail.com. And check out ngrradio.com and Ed's writings and mine soon, hopefully, if I can come around to edit them. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for listening to our little emotional 20 minutes there. And till Friday, we love you.
Bye, everybody. Woo!